Hello and welcome to day 23 of the Blitz. And today's lesson is going to be about testimonials. And testimonials are just so powerful. It creates winning, it creates momentum, it shares winning, it shares positivity, and it's going to be fun watching everybody's testimonials. I'll tell you what, David Dubbs and I, we've loved everyone posting on the wall and sharing their testimonials and sharing their stories and sharing the reels that they're creating and the AI stuff that they're creating. It's a lot of fun. But it's going to get really fun when you start hearing from the other people and we start using the products and you start thinking intentionally about how to use the product, how to go through the training and be intentional about making testimonials. And here's why they're so powerful. First of all, you get instant social proof. We're making these testimonial videos that are like rapid fire. So in 60 seconds, you might hear from 6 different people, and they're just these fast, overwhelming social proof delivering testimonial reels. And so we need your help to source, great stories with good lighting, and I'll get more into how to make these. And what this does is it removes the sales pressure because you're not having to sell anything. A 60-second video with like 4 authentic testimonies will do more in convincing somebody, influencing somebody, selling somebody about what's going on. And there's no pressure. It's like, hey, check this out. And it's just rapid fire. It'll get people turned on. And in their mind, they'll say, wow, I want to, I like these people. I relate to these people and I want to be part of it. And what it does is it removes the logical thinking part about why somebody would want to download the app or use the savings, because it's like, wow, look, these people are excited. They're sharing their enthusiasm about the product or the savings, and your mind just overlooks the logical part and says, I want to be part of that too. And it's not like we're asking somebody for anything because we're passing out a free app. So the acceptance of what we're doing should just be lightning fast, and the testimonials will really help that. Also, with testimonials, it's hard to uh, show a range of results in a quick way. But with testimonials, you can have somebody saying, I got a free appetizer to, I saved hundreds of dollars a month on my insurance. So we offer so much with all the different e-commerce, travel. We've got people saving thousands of dollars on their luxury vacations. Well, we can demonstrate that. Or if you're saving hundreds of dollars on a luxury item, you can say that very quickly in a testimony. And if you have your watch on, or if you have a photo from your trip or your plane tickets or something, share it. It's nice to have that social proof that goes along, and it'll really demonstrate the range of what we're able to do. Now, in network marketing, it's all about duplication. And with testimonials, it can duplicate very quickly, especially if people come in and we make it part of our training to give testimonials. And this thing will just compound like crazy. And not only does it reinforce your belief in what we're doing when you actually think about using a product, the type of savings you got, and then you share it, it also builds a belief within your upline, within your downline, within the cross line. Everybody benefits when there's testimonials shared, because it removes that hesitation about sharing the app or introducing it to somebody, because you never know who you're going to introduce the app to that could lead to somebody that could lead to somebody. So you can't prejudge anybody, and you never know where it's going to go. So to really get the type of volume and reach out to the type of people that will become superstars within this, having everyone's belief levels high. And it's that compounding effect of seeing it, having a belief that is actually going to lead the referrals to the right place. And next thing you know, you got somebody, 1 or 2 generations down, someone that you didn't know, but it got there, and that person is the next superstar in the business, and you're making, 5 generations a match. So that's how this comp plan works. That's how you really you'll start to see these big incomes. You might not know where it comes from, but because this comp plan reaches so far down, these testimonials, just simple 30-second testimonial could start a chain of events, a butterfly effect that could lead to the next big leader within the organization. Also, testimonials, they give a level of proof. about our system and what's working. And we're going to give different types of testimonials. I'll go over that in a later slide. And when we talk about a sales cycle, we talk about the number of touches, like the number of exposures you get to somebody. In a testimonial, it's like rapid fire. So let's say we have a 60-second testimonial that has like four different people, and that's like getting four touches on somebody from four different voices, and you could do it in 60 seconds. So it really brings up the velocity of what we're doing here. And when you build up the velocity and you get that speed going, it really boosts confidence, because now somebody can get started in the business, and maybe their first day or their first week they could go 1 star, they could go 2 star. And when you start to see those type of results where someone gets started, they enroll their first 4 people, they've made $80 by sending out some testimonials, the confidence of the whole organization will dramatically increase. Now, let's think about what makes a powerful testimonial. I was talking about keeping it short, like 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, and we can edit them down as well. So maybe you give a 60-second testimony, but there's 20 seconds of it that's just complete fire. Well, we'll edit it down and put it in combination with some other stuff, so it's just the most powerful. But when you're making a testimonial, being slow, rambling on, talking long-winded, that's not going to really inspire people. The testimonial, we live in a world today where the attention span is so short. So having a enthusiastic, fast testimonial, these are what we're seeing converts other. Now, I'm not saying that you can't have a story that needs to be told that will give a more depth to a testimonial, because you can't tell the full story of things without doing it. But in this case, where we're using testimonials for prospecting, it's nice to keep them short, but also be mindful of people's time. And even if it's a longer story, try to keep it within 3 minutes. Now, here's some pro tips about how we can make these even more powerful. When you shoot your testimonial, use good lighting. Try not to have backlighting where the lighting's more powerful behind you than in front of you. Light up your face. Also think about your camera angle. Don't shoot a camera angle that's low, that's like shooting up into your nose. Shoot a camera angle that's shooting down onto your face. It's a better look, or straight on. Um, Also, it's important to be authentic. Authenticity is one of the highest frequencies when it comes to how you're resonating. And if you're not authentic, it just doesn't come out right. So be comfortable, be imperfect. You don't need to be perfect to get this. You can be raw, and that's how people interact with other people in the world. So testimonials are believable when they're authentic. So just be honest with what you're doing there, and it'll come across way better. If you can show proof, like if you've got a receipt, or if you've got a location, you'll see that we've actually taken some of the testimonials, and we've taken, like, if you're talking about getting a discount at a particular restaurant, we'll go to their restaurant's website or online, and we'll get a photo of their restaurant, and we'll splice it during your testimonial. So you're talking, it'll split to a photo of the place, and what it's doing, it's providing a word picture, which it just makes it more believable, and it shortens the amount of thinking somebody has to do. So you'll see a lot of movie trailers and like commercials, as it's being explained. There's words on the screen, there's pictures, and it creates a more complete experience for someone, makes it more real for them, even though it could just be like a 15-second testimonial. If you add it with closed captioning and pictures, it makes it more impactful. And we can do this in post production. It's about getting the testimonials out, and then they can be mastered. And luckily, you're part of Save Club, and we have the most creative, most advanced, and super awesome creative team led up by David Dubb. So, so help us help you. Here's like a winning formula. It's like a before, then, and then result. So before Save Club, I was overpaying on my toilet paper and trips to CVS. Then I tried Save Clubs. I got the 20% coupon. Now when I go in there, I got 20% more stuff for free. quick testimonial. That was what, maybe 10 seconds. And, that's one way to talk about one of the products that we got and how it works. So how we're going to use testimonials. So using testimonials in combination with your reels and stories. So maybe you might pop up with just a little personal, hey guys, I found something. I found this company Save Club. I've been using the app. It's awesome. And then it cuts over to a reel. That's one of the professionally designed high definition reels. And then it'll cut over to testimonials of how other people have saved. And then it'll cut back to you saying, now go to the link in my bio and get the app for free. It's going to ask you for your name, phone number, email address. Put it in there. You're not getting spammed. Just get the free app. I think you'll find that you'll love it, just like me and all these other people love it. And when you have that type of social media combination of you, because people know you, and then of the professional videos, so they know it's a professional organization, then testimonials from other people, it's this synergistic effect where any one of the videos or reels by themselves may be effective, but you string them all together and then have a solid call to action. It increases the conversion with each layer that you add on. And also, testimonials, we want them to open up curiosity, because these testimonials are short and fast. They leave a lot of room for questions, and that's what we want. We want to pique somebody's interest and then get them into the landing page, get them into the tour, get them onto a webinar. And the way that it works is small commitments lead to big commitments. So if you can get to someone to commit to watching a 30-second testimonial, then they might commit to watching a 2-minute landing page video. Then they might commit to spending 5 minutes on the tour, and they might commit to showing up for a webinar. And those are the series of exposures that will get somebody excited to enroll with you in the deal. The other important thing is become familiar with the tools, become familiar with the reels that are available, with the landing pages that are available, and soon there'll be lots of testimonials that will be available. And being able to share your testimonial is good, sharing other people's testimonial. And what I'm really asking for is cooperation amongst all of us as a team, and to share your testimonial openly and let other people use it as well, because a rising tide raises all checks. And it's kind of like a reciprocity thing. Have your testimonial be used, use other people's testimonials. And this is the teamwork and cooperation that will really get this thing cruising. And this is good for both, yourself, your upline, your downline, your crossline. Again, it's this cooperation, the culture that is really attractive. And it's something that I want to have really working with us at Save Club. And we have great cooperation amongst all the teams thus far. So here's the different types of testimonials. Business testimonials, where you can talk about the earnings, you can talk about the bonus pools, you can talk about your experience in there. You can talk about the industry, or you could talk about the tools that we have, or the leadership that you work with. Whatever inspires you or gets you excited about this business, share about it. Product testimonials. You can talk about the app. You can talk about the savings. You can talk about the industries. You can talk about travel, or shopping, or online shopping, or cash back, or card linking. And if you got an emotional story, here's a good one. I bought flowers for my girlfriend for Valentine's Day, and there was a deal for a couple dozen roses. It was an incredible deal, and I saved a bunch of money, and I made her really happy. It was a really cool way to use the product, and I probably wouldn't have got her flowers if the deal wasn't there, and I didn't see it. So just cruising, in the deals part actually turned me on to that idea. Now, share people with the training, because there's testimonials about what we're doing here with the Blitz. One thing that is really appealing is uplifting and edifying others. So if you talk about the other people that are part of this, that inspire you, or just the community, people are starved for connection and community. And just what we're doing here is, as a tribe, working together is very appealing. So you can just share with people that you've got people that are in alignment with you and people to work with, and that alone can get somebody interested, that they know that they can do something and they're not going to be alone. Many of you have been creating new skills on social media, new skills with AI. David Dubbs has even more amazing stuff lined up. He posted the other day a Ben Franklin bill talking, and that was really cool. And I said, man, could you imagine if you're a grandmother and you learn that skill, you apply yourself and you learn the skill of a $100 bill talking. You could send that to your grandchildren as as something you just send on the phone, and then later on $100 bill shows up in the mail. I mean, wouldn't that be cool? Like, just things that you can take these skills and you can bring them into other parts of your life. So the skill development, that's a strong one. Also the cool tools that we have. This will be lots of strong testimonials as we get our AI live and you're able to share how you're using AI to make money. That's going to be a strong testimonial. And also that we've got a friendly environment, that this is a place that you come, that you feel welcome and supported. Now, here's a key point. Momentum builds momentum. More is more, and what we're doing is creating a compounded effect. Simple, disciplined actions repeated over time will equal a multiple reward. Well, velocity and momentum work the same way, that it takes a lot of energy to get a big train moving, and to get it moving the first few inches, it's a lot of energy. But as that train's moving, it will take less and less energy to get that train moving faster and faster, because once an object is in motion, it will tend to stay in motion unless disrupted, but it will continue to increase its velocity if it's got more fuel. And in this, the velocity is about excitement. The velocity is about willpower. The velocity is about belief. And so the more that we pull together, the velocity of everything that we'll do is compounded and will go faster. So we're only 53 days into the launch of the company, and I'm already starting to see the momentum build. And I know that what we're doing here with testimonials is like throwing rocket fuel onto a fire. And know this, the more testimonials we get, the bigger the company gets, the bigger our purchasing power gets, the more dramatic our deals become. So we've already started attracting in our first deals. These are with brands that are reaching out directly, that want to start offering their products to Save Club members at a discount. So look forward to that. But I'll tell you, the bigger our purchasing power gets, the better the deals are going to come, and the more exclusive the products and the more appealing we are for the advertisers to come work with us. Here's another cool one. As we start to figure out what message works, I've already looked into doing co-ops. So now there's programmatic TV ads where you can post ads on TV that streams into people's homes, and we can target it by region, by person, by gender, by age, and that's what programmatic means. And so we'll be able to utilize these testimonials once we discover what testimonials, what reels, and what short form ads work. I'll be putting together co-ops. So imagine that for just $100, you could be part of a co-op. I'm able to get 1,000 TV commercial views for $25. So if we got something that converts, we're going to be spreading the word really fast, and these are going to be people that end up as pre-enrollees for you. So the faster that we can come to the marketing message, we know what testimonials works, then the quicker we'll be able to turn on these co-ops and get something going. Now imagine this. Imagine you had an organization in your downline that had 1,000 people. Okay, 1,000 people that spent $100 on a co-op. Okay, so each person's getting their leads, they're building, they got $100 running for the month on their little advertising campaign. Well, for your organization, if you've got $100,000 in advertising running through your organization, imagine how that will compound the growth. So running a co-op with network marketing, we're combining the power of mass media with the power of network marketing with with our ads and with the new technologies out there to run these co-ops, this will certainly make Save Club a household name. So I can't wait to get to that point, and I really feel that we're able to use this testing grounds of social media and our testimonials and these reels to refine that message. And when we do step into that mass media approach, it's going to convert like crazy. So thank you guys. Thanks for putting your faith in what we're doing here and making your testimonials. Thank you for your stories, for your testimonies, your cooperation. Thank you for sharing on the wall, the blitz. It's really encouraging as we get in each and every day to make these trainings for you. So I'll catch you on the next one.